Hello and welcome to my YouTube series, America for Dummies. I'm your host, American Dummy, number one. So, I started this series because I kept thinking about, having grown up in a different country and moving to the US, first for university and then for graduate school. Um, and all of the things that I wish I knew before I came here. And so I decided, let me put out a YouTube series for the things that if I could talk to my former self, I would tell my former self. So today's topic is interviewing. There are a lot of interviews that I've had to do in my time here, some for jobs, some for school, some for um, scholarships, so lots of different things. And there are a handful of things that are very different here from in my previous experience. So the first thing I think it's important to think about is what's the mindset of my interviewer. So usually when you go in front of someone, you think, oh, I want them to like me. I want them to think that I'm good for this position or this money or this job or whatever it is. Um, but I realize that when people interview you, they're asking themselves a few questions. Do I like this person? Would I like to work with this person if it's a job interview? If it's a scholarship interview, it's would my money on this person be going to waste or would they be putting it to good use? So if you think about those questions, then it informs the kinds of answers you want to give. So for example, I come from a country where it's not considered culturally appropriate to really try and sell yourself. I think there's a big emphasis on humility. And so when I came to the US, I struggled with interviewing because I always thought, let me just tell them about some of what I've done so that my qualities can show for themselves. But sometimes that hinders you because it's like you're holding back on all of the great things that you've done. So don't be afraid to share the different things that you've done. It's not bragging, it's really trying to let the person see that you can be worth it. Um, so keep reminding yourself of that. Will they want to work with me? Why? So, because of that, you want to try to strike a balance between giving a serious answer, what they may be looking for, but also sometimes a funny or interesting answer. And I say that because if you're someone who's easygoing and friendly and funny and interesting, then people do want to work with you. So if your answers convey that, then great. The person's hiring you knowing that the personality of yours that they're seeing is the person that they're going to be working with. So that's the other thing. Um, the last thing I would say is following up. When you're done with an interview and you leave, it's always good to send a follow up message letting the person know you appreciate them taking the time to interview you, but also not being afraid to show some enthusiasm. So you can say, hopefully you find that I'm an adequate fit for the job or I'm a great fit for the job. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. Or, please let me know if you would like me to answer any more questions that you might have. If you have something specific that the person referred to in the interview that stuck with you, throw that in there. You can say, thank you for um, giving me more information about how this organization works. In particular, your approach to whatever it may be. I think they appreciate seeing that specific things have stuck with you and it tells them that you are really interested in the job and it doesn't make you sound desperate, so don't be afraid to do that. So those are my tips for today. Thanks for joining America for Dummies. I'm your host, American Dummy number one.